Opie and Anthony, serving New Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island. This is 102.7 WNEW, New York. Opie and Anthony, 102.7 WNEW.
It's the O&A show. Hey, good afternoon. Where's my damn coffee? 212-757-1027 is our phone number. You need that number if you listen to this radio show. Where do we begin today, Anthony?
Well, we were just all hanging out in the office. A lot of people back there today. Having fun, sure. Everybody's here.
I gotta get Stinky in here because Stinky says that one of the interns is acting up.
What's the problem?
I don't know. Get Stinky off the phone. Stinky, what's the problem?
John says he got a problem today. He just looks depressed.
John's got a problem?
He keeps talking about, they're making me do this, get coffee. I'm like, you're an intern. That's what you got to do.
Were you saying that, man? What were you saying?
He started avoiding the office at the end of before the show.
I was wondering where you went, John.
Yeah, you kind of disappeared.
Yeah, you can talk.
I was down there just trying to eat my lunch. I mean, I have no problem with doing whatever. Send me to do whatever you want.
John, you're from Seton Hall, right?
Yes, I am.
You've been interning for how long?
About 2.5 months.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, we're just starting to notice you. That's weird. You've been here 2.5 months. No, but Stinky said that you were yelling and screaming and getting a little pissed off at us.
See, no, it couldn't have been more opposite. If anything, I was just...
John, wait, you're a fan of our show before you came here, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Speak freely.
No,
what's the problem? Stinky comes in the office going, dude, I don't know what you guys did to John, but he is pissed off. He's down there ranting and raving, saying, you go get the shortcut.
No, definitely not. If anything, I was just sitting there being absolutely quiet, and I was like, are they... You know what I mean?
Stink?
What happened when I asked you to get my Cokes? You were like, you had me running around all over.
That was my explanation for why you didn't have your Cokes.
And I just caught him bitching to Jessie, the other intern, when I came out of the bathroom. He's like, oh, God damn it. And you were totally talking about us.
No, that's
And then you changed your subject, trying to pretend like nothing's wrong when I call you. See me come around.
Jessie?
Yeah.
Jessie? Let's get it out in the open.
Yeah.
He wasn't bitching about it.
What did he say?
Nothing.
I know you guys are pals, but come on.
He didn't.
If you guys have a problem with us...
He was just pointing out that he was doing a lot. He wasn't pissed about it.
John, you feel like you did a lot today?
I feel like I was running around a lot, sure, but not like...
Running around?
No. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I went to Ralph's, right?
You Ralph's?
Well, Ralph's is a place we get lunch. I just want to fill everyone in. That's about 3 blocks away.
Okay, which is not a problem at all.
Okay, all right. So you went to Ralph's, yeah.
And what else?
Let's see. What did I do after that? Then I came back.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came down here to help Stinky with some editing that he was doing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Opie, you wanted a spoon, I guess?
No, I believe it was a fork.
I'm sorry.
Well, dude, you didn't bring a fork for everybody.
Wait, no. Well, Ben,
Opie broke.
Hold on. Ben, get on mic. I did ask for a fork, and everyone got really pissed at me in the back office.
No, you called the warm line. You called Ron and Fez, and you said, "Hey, it's Opie. Get John. I want a fork."
The Ron and Fez guy that does the phones or whatever came in and asked Stinky, and he's like, "Wait, no, Opie was asking for John to run back there and get a fork or something." So I ran right back there.
All right, so you had to get lunch 3 blocks away, and you got me a fork, and that's why. And that was too much today.
No, I'm not mad at all. There's no problems whatsoever.
Well, what happened after that?
What else?
I don't know. Let's see. Then I came back. I sat down to eat my lunch, and then I went down and got your spoon, got your fork, and then Rick gave me...
Oh, yeah. I asked for a spoon for my pudding.
Yes, exactly.
Right. I forgot about that.
And then Rick sent me upstairs with the cell phone.
He brought one of those cheesy plastic forks.
You had to get a second fork because the first one you got me broke.
Opie's fork broke.
So I got the big, thick plastic see-through one.
Yeah, so he had to get up from his lunch again and get another fork for Opie.
Right.
And then...
Did you finish your lunch?
I haven't touched it.
What time did you get it?
1 o'clock.
2 hours ago? You can't figure out when to eat?
What else?
Because now you're going to eat while the show's going.
I don't understand what else there was that made you miss your lunch.
I don't know. And then Rick sent me upstairs with the cell phone to call down and let him know what was in the vending machine or whatever. And like I did that.
I didn't want you to, bring me the wrong
of course. Not at all. And then, what else? And I came down for 2 seconds, sat down, started eating my lunch, and I can't remember all the different errands.
Well, Anthony made you go back upstairs to get the potato chips. I remember that.
Potato chips.
And that was after we had you go upstairs to get the water for everybody in the office, right?
Yeah, but like I wasn't mad or anything. I said
Opie sent you out for sushi.
Yeah, that's right too.
That was, but that was after we sent him to get coffee, which is 3 blocks the other way from the house.
Right.
But we always get coffee before the show, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. I'm not mad.
I was thinking you used to have to do stuff like this.
I don't know what he's complaining about.
I know.
I wasn't complaining.
Like every day I was doing all that.
Right.
You should have seen before I asked him, like, what's the matter? Because he wasn't staring in the blank. He was like, oh, nothing.
So you got your lunch over 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
And you haven't been able to eat it?
No.
And so you feel like we sent you on a wild goose chase?
Absolutely not. I'm
John, you're a pussy. Because if we did, you got to tell us we did.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's say for the first like 2 or 3.
Don't be kind. You know this show. I would have more respect for you if you spoke your mind right now. Well, because obviously there's a problem. Stinky came running in the office going, dude, I don't know what you guys did to John, but he's pissed, and we've never seen you pissed.
Well, for the first like 2 or 3, I was like, all right, maybe I just.
What are the 2 or 3? The Ralphs?
Ralphs, that's fine.
You went upstairs, what, 4 or 5 times?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 times?
Like that. And I was like, it got to the point after like maybe an hour and 15 minutes, I was like, all right, maybe something might be going on. I thought maybe it might be like, all right, let's just see how much stuff we can send them on, possibly. But, who am I to make that assumption? I'm just an intern.
Well, we have a list of, because then I was, when Stinky told me that you were pissed, that we were making you run around a little bit, I had Ben make a list, and it turns out you did about 20 things for us in the last 2 hours.
Is it literally 20?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, everything from getting everyone lunch. Get Pete. What was that?
Upstairs.
To get Pete.
Yeah.
You had to get me 2 forks on 2 different occasions. You had to get me a spoon. You had to get Anthony potato chips. You had to go upstairs for water twice. You had to go to the vending machine upstairs again after you came back down to get Rick's candy bar. Then we made you go get coffee, which is 3 blocks the other way from Ralph's. And then we made you get sushi just before the show.
And he also forgot, I asked him to get some stuff off the printer, but he forgot to do that, so you missed that on lunch.
I got the Rock News.
No. Well, actually, yeah, we hadn't printed the Rock News, but there's other stuff that I printed that you didn't get.
Oh, really?
So you're 50-50 on that.
Kelly, another one of our interns checking in. Kelly.
Hi. What's up, guys?
Hey.
This kind of stuff never happens when I'm working. There's no complaining.
You just do it, right, Kelly?
Yeah, with a smile.
You do it with a smile, and you're like, well, I'm so happy I'm here, doing the radio show, right?
That's right.
There you go.
See you later, guys.
But for some reason, John had a problem today.
I had no problems. I don't know what's everybody's talking about.
I think it's been accumulating, too, because, last time he was in, it's kind of... He was sleeping at one point.
Oh, yeah, no, that's completely unfounded propaganda and rumors. I don't know what you're talking about.
I caught you with your eyes closed.
Okay, well, maybe sort of once.
Well, if you had to run all over Manhattan for us.
Oh, but some of the listeners getting upset.
Why?
You two are becoming prima donnas. You two are coming off as jerks.
Well,
interesting.
I guess we should tell John then that we were hazing you today.
You were being so ragged, man. Every time you came into the office, it was one of our jobs to send you out to do something.
We want to see how many things you would do before you would bitch.
You couldn't even imagine how hard it was to keep from laughing when we were asking you for stuff. But the second you walked out of the office, we all started just laughing our asses off.
The game was very simple. Didn't you notice that as soon as you got back, it was someone else asking for something?
And like every time somebody would ask me something different, like I'd have to fight so hard to not like roll my eyes or just be like, "Are you serious?"
See, you did have a problem. It started by going to Ralph's to get lunch, and then you came back, and then I started by asking you for a fork, which was just a major hassle. And then you come back, and then
Opie actually broke his fork. He got the little plastic fork first, a little white one. And we were looking for scissors to cut one of the prongs off with, so when you come back, you can go, my fork's broken, you can get another one.
And then it was Anthony's turn to make you get the potato chips. So you go upstairs to get the potato chips.
And when you went, I'm just like, you left the office, I said to Opie, I go, this is awful, man. This is so nasty.
And then you came back down with the potato chips, and then I think that's when Ben said, could you go upstairs and get water?
Yes.
Which was the exact same place where the vending machine is. And You have to go through like 3 locked doors to get to the vending machine. It's such a pain in the ass.
And don't forget transferring me to promotions when I was on the cell phone.
Oh yeah, well then you came back down. You came back down with the water, and then that was Rick's turn to go. Hey John, I need a candy bar man. Go right back where the water is. Back where the water was. Right back where the potato chips was. He could have done all this in one trip. We made him do it 3 times.
And every time you sent me for something different, Opie, you're like, dude, like, I'm sorry. You like, so sincere.
Dude, I'm really sorry.
You're gonna kill
One more thing.
Not only is he not sorry, every 2 seconds we're like, this is so great. What can we do next? We're loving it.
Yeah, and then you're at the vending machine. We made you call down on a cell phone and read off everything that's in the vending machine so we could figure out what else we wanted. Then you came down with the candy bar, and then where did we send them? Then the basic stuff, like getting printouts and stuff, and then like, John,
it was coffee time.
Yeah, then it was coffee time, and usually we just get coffee downstairs. It's easy and painless.
Dude, and the best part,
I want some of that Phillips coffee today, which is all the way the other way.
Which has a sign that's about the size of a napkin outside of it.
Right. Yeah.
And dude, the best part, just before you ask him for the coffee, he looks at me with these like little doggy eyes, like, am I done yet? He goes, can I?
Yeah.
Go eat my lunch.
Can I eat my lunch now?
I'm like, I don't know. You better talk to Opie. I think he needed something.
His lunch is sitting there.
Yeah, I was trying so hard to like pass it off to Jessie. I was like, but doesn't Jessie need to learn where this place is? Doesn't he need to go?
No, John, we need you to do it. And then literally like 10 minutes before the show, I sent you out to get sushi. And the whole time, I kept checking in with Stink. I'm like, Stink, is he pissed yet? No, not yet. And then finally he exploded, right, Stink?
you look beaten there for a while.
There you go, John.
Oh, you never get sushi 10 minutes before the show starts.
We spent so much money.
And you even gave me the option. Like, you want to just go eat your lunch and get it for the first break? I'm like, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I knew. Giving you that option, you were still going to go get the sushi. I was just trying to look like I'm a nice guy.
So wait, Hayes, so like, am I in the fraternity now? Or
we hazed you today, which basically means you're doing a really good job for us. So.
Thanks, Hope.
All right, John, thank you.
Very good. It was so painful, though, watching him walk out of the office. Just painful.
Over and over again. He would walk all the way down the hall. I mean, this building is huge.
Hey, who hasn't had jobs where people made you do that for real? And you're just like, yeah, okay, because you'd want to make points and stuff, and then you're just like, this son of a bitch. You friggin' get up off your own ass and get your own effing fork.
He would go all the way to the other side of the floor, and that's when we would call him and go, John, can you come down here? We need something. The fork walk all the way back.
The fork was the worst, man.
You're saying, Opie, it's not sealed in plastic. Is that okay for you, Opie?
Sure. The fork, and then when he brought you the other fork, you're inspecting it. Where'd you get this?
Yeah, I'm like, it looks
dirty.
It looks like it's a used fork.
Terrible. So you passed the test.
Thank you.
And we're not prima donnas. We're just messing with our pal there.
Yeah.
We're ball busters.
Don't worry about it.
All right, Ant, let's take our first break, okay?
All right.
And we'll get into the real show. All right. We just had to play that out because it was too funny.
Cool.
It was going on for the last 2 hours.
Yeah. Painful to watch.
Stinky loved it. It's official. Stinky's not the low man on the totem pole anymore.
Oh, hell no.
All right, 212-757-1027. We'll be back.
Okay, terrific.
Realize there has been no crime. There's no crime here. It's a missing person. If they want to search his place, which he gave consent to do, I think the guy's innocent of anything. Who am I trying to kid? The guy gives me the creeps. Yeah, this missing intern. I wish a few of our own would go missing. But the missing intern.
What, you have a problem with some of our interns?
No, you know me.
You know that we purposely don't have female interns on our show?
Why?
Well, we sacrifice our listeners so we can, do our jobs.
We have one.
That snuck through the cracks.
That's true.
That didn't go through the proper channels.
That was funny. Very pretty girl. And
Rachel, beautiful.
Rachel. And Rick comes in one day and goes, hey, I want you to meet the new intern. Now, usually when we have interns that are prospects for the show, they're brought into the office, we meet them, and then they have a little interview with Rick and whoever.
They go through a whole process. They have to talk to Rick and Ben, then they have to talk to Jeremy, the program director here, and Craig, the assistant There's a whole process.
Yeah. And then after a while, if they cut the mustard there, they get brought in, and it's like, hey, here's our new intern.
Right.
With Rachel, Rick brings her in and just goes, hey, here's our new intern. Like, there was no process of anything. Nothing. And it was the first time we saw her. The first time we saw her.
Right.
Hey, new intern.
Oh, what the hell is going on here?
And then we just go, okay.
We were happy, but pissed at the same time. Well, it's very distracting when there's, hot women walking around when we're trying to broadcast.
That's all right.
So we sacrifice.
Yeah.
We know we can't do our jobs if the women are around and they're looking all good and stuff.
Yeah. Dan says they should search Gary Ackerman's office while they're at it. I just have a feeling. We get a lot of calls from Gary Ackerman, who's a congressman out on Long Island. And he sounds very, very with it. He likes the show and everything. And then we looked at a picture of him. The guy he's an old guy. He's no kid.
No, not at all.
But he's got a great sense of humor, I guess.
Very surprised that he listens to our show.
But yes, search the apartment. What?
Rachel.
What about
Rachel never went through.
Our intern.
Rachel never went through the process.
Never went through the channel. Why, Rick?
Why, Rick?
Let's listen to this load of crap.
Let's hear this. Hold on. We've been trying to get to the bottom of this for a long time, man.
Filthy.
You should see.
Here is why.
You should see what these poor interns have to go through just to work for free and get our stupid coffee. It's kind of pathetic. But this girl just marches in and she's great and all.
Get the hell off my obstacle. That's like what the interns usually have to go through. Private Pile, you're a disgusting fat body.
She's great. She belongs here and she's intelligent and all that. But I just know she did not go through the process.
Actually, she did. She went through the meetings, but that day you guys.
What meeting? Hold on. Here we go.
Try again.
Why is Stinky shaking his head and why is Ben shaking his head?
I remember going into Air 2 to edit some bits or whatever, and you're in there talking to her by yourself, and I go back to bed, I'm like, how come Rick's in there talking to some girl?
Because you guys had the doors closed for something wrong. Down to edit a
Hold on, Congressman Rick. Hold on. Congressman Rick. Check his Miata.
That was the interview process for Rick.
I just want to ask one question.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask it to Ben, okay? Ben, how many of the interns currently on staff were you involved in the interview process?
Everyone but Rachel.
Right. Exactly. You know that's true. That's true.
But like I said, Craig...
And why did we ever meet her?
Craig finds me. He says, hey, I've got that intern, blah, 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 for the meeting today. I'm like, where are the other guys? Oh, the door is closed. Opie wanted the door closed. I'm like, fine, send whoever it is down. I've got to edit a bit. No problem. I'll just talk to them there.
Oh, because you were editing a bit, so you figured you'd save time by editing the bit in the private studio while you conducted the interview.
So when did you introduce her to Ben and Stinky?
I don't remember.
Maybe it was the same time we were introduced to her in the office.
No, I think you guys saw her.
What would happen, Rick, if you brought some guy that was going to be an intern into our office and just went, hey, this is the new intern? We'd be like, what? We never met him.
You guys met her afterwards, right?
Afterwards.
No, not when you guys got finished. I'm talking. You guys met her after I spoke with her, right? Oh. You met her that day after the door opened, right, on her way out?
I just remember going in there and seeing you in the studio by yourself.
There was a mic on during the interview process?
Really?
We have Rick?
Do I make you horny? Yeah, baby.
Really?
I have some audio.
Because the mic was on.
Here's Rick talking to the intern.
All right.
Get on your hands and knees like a dog. That's it. Crawl around like a dog.
That is not what happened.
We have more? All right, here's Rick in the interview process.
Do you like having your background?
No, that didn't happen either.
Pussa! No?
Yeah.
Shut up, Stinky, you ass.
Here's the intern Rachel after the interview process.
All right.
You've got some funky tasting spots.
Oh, my God.
Is it true Rick was second-guessing himself after she left?
This is legal, isn't it?
Wow.
More of Rick.
Take your bra and take it off now.
And here's the intern then leaving, Rachel leaving the office.
Sweet cakes for nothing.
Here's Rick to Rachel.
Don't just stare at it. Eat it.
Oh, no. That's hard.
That is not what happened.
Is it?
No. There was a reason why I couldn't do the interview in the office with the guys. It was because you guys were in there and you're like, all these interviews, we don't want to be a part of them. You guys just deal with it.
All right. We got some more Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, you're very naughty.
No, this is Rick.
We've got Bush. We've got Bush.
Is it true it was that time? Because why else would Rick say this?
Put her to sink. Put her to sink.
I don't know.
It was just a very normal intern.
Was that on in the background?
No, it was just
Rachel pointing out something to Rick that's a little odd during the interview.
Your balls are showing.
It was your basic intern meeting.
Can I touch it?
All right, Rick. Well, no, we got audio. Now we see it was just an innocent...
It doesn't really matter, how we got her. She's a good intern.
Yeah.
She's a great intern. Very eager.
Look at Rick. She's in the hole.
All right. Well, Rick...
I'd say you're a lying scumbag.
Is it over yet?
Doug, what's up?
I heard during Rachel's interview, Rick says, don't worry about doing the A, B's, or C's. Just do the D's. Later, guys.
Hey, that's good. That's a good callback right there.
The C's, but...
Now, as a little contrast, we also have audio of Rick's interview with John, the intern.
Okay.
How'd you like to mow my lawn?
See, there's a little difference there.
Well, here's Rick with Rachel.
You're a little bitch. That's right, you're a bitch, and I bet you'd like to suck it, wouldn't you?
Just don't talk that way with people that you want working for you.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
It's very inappropriate the way you addressed her when she first walked in.
Hello, cutie pie.
Now we're having fun.
Yeah, we sure are.
All right.
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you take your pants off and dance around a little?
Here's Rachel.
How'd you like to suck my ass?
Your clothes. Give them to me. Now.
Wow, this is going to be a great callback line. Paul, what's up?
What's up? Rick, did you offer a drink? Coffee, tea, or me?
Yes. Nice. Bravo to Paul.
Shut up!
All right. Why would you ask this, Rick?
I find the most erotic part of a woman is the boobies.
I don't know.
And when she was taken aback at some of your sexual advances, why'd you have to say this?
We're waiting.
My God, Rick. All right.
I don't know if Rachel's qualified for the job, Anthony. I got a little audio of Rachel after Rick was through it.
I got sort of a kind of brain.
You hire her for her body?
Flaming arrow checking and saying, please search Rick's apartment. And Sheep Lover is saying that we shouldn't blame Rick because it was Max at the time. It was Rick's alter ego, Mad Max.
Even a better callback. You douchebag.
All right. Liz, what's up?
I'm still hung up on these girls over here.
Oh, the teen fakos?
Yeah. On my way to work, I fully missed my exit. I have to go home and change my pants because I am dripping. And
She went through a puddle, I guess, and the water came in through the window, Opie, and now she's wet. It's happened. Yeah, nice
it
stretch.
happens. And between the girls on the radio and me in tandem, it's like a stereo over here for anyone who's interested in listening.
Wow.
So I just wanted to say thanks.
Yeah. We do have other intern openings coming up.
Yeah, Liz, would you like to
take a meeting?
Intern with the Opie and Anthony show?
I don't know.
Interns openings.
I've heard the interviews are pretty tough. I hope I can hack it.
Hell, let's be like Gary Condit and just wreck our careers.
Why not?
Let's just get hot interns. We'll get nothing done.
Don't get too attached. We'll make you disappear.
All right, Liz.
Thanks, bye.
By the way, someone needs to say it. That girl is not hot. Who that? The missing intern. They call her the hot intern.
The New York Post always says the attractive young
Pretty young intern. Yeah. Well, the Post tags somebody with something and then just leaves it that way. Like the other one, the girl, the flight attendant he was with, is the flame-haired stewardess.
Right.
And now she's just referred to as that. The flame-haired
She looks like Miranda from Sex and the City 20 years from now. Look at me with the little Sex and the City line.
I know. There'll be 20 things going. Sex in the City, fag.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day we do blind boxing.
Blind boxing, part of the cripple bouts that we're doing here on the show.
All right, we got to take a break.
Yeah.
877-692-1027. When we get back, Anthony, we're going to talk to the blind guys. They're here, right?
Yeah.
Great. Very cool.
We just got to get them from upstairs. It's Blind Dave and Blind Matt. We'll be back with the blind guys to set up blind boxing today on the Opie and Anthony show.
Okay, terrific.
Tension between Ralphie and Tony, obviously.
Meadow leaves her.
By the way, they called it X last night, you bastards. Jesse.
Jessie.
You're not hip because you call it X. Everyone knows they call it E now.
All right, guys. Well, great episode last night.
By the way, if Jesse's listening, call the show. We got some news for you today. Our old intern, Jesse. Thank you, Don.
See ya.
All right. Yeah, but the Sopranos rocked last night.
Acting auntie. Right. That's what it was.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Our old pal. Our old intern. What's going on?
I'm shopping.
You're shopping?
Yeah, for my new apartment.
What are you shopping for?
For, like, food and stuff.
Nice. Food. How was the Hoboken Festival over the weekend?
Well, other than my mishap in the morning, it was very good.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, I just moved into my apartment, and apparently somehow my power went out in the middle of the night, thereby cutting off my alarm, and I didn't wake up. I was supposed to get up at like 6.
If only the power grids of all the countries were connected, Opie, this stuff wouldn't happen, just like God told us early.
So what time did you have to be at the station to go to Hoboken?
I had to be at the station about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
I say you're a lying scumbag.
And what, your power went out? So you overslept?
Yeah, so I completely overslept.
And so what happened?
So I didn't get to Hoboken. I was supposed to be in the city, and I didn't even go to the city. I didn't get to Hoboken until about 1.
1?
Yes.
And what happened to your cell phone when they were calling that?
It was charging.
Charging?
It was off.
So no one could get a hold of you, and John didn't know where you were, and he had to go there with the WOW van, right?
Yeah, and I felt really bad.
What happened, John?
Like my first event, and I screwed up. And
it was your first event?
Yes.
What happened to the train?
Well, then, of course, my luck is awesome. So then I go to get the train in South Orange, and it just didn't come. The Hoboken train never came. It was supposed to come at 11:07.
I say you're a lying scumbag.
So the train never came?
Yeah. The 12:07 train came, but the 11:07 didn't.
So what? You had to be on the 11:07 train?
Well, that was the best train I could catch. That was the first one I could catch once I woke up.
Hence, you got on the 12:07, and that's why you got to Hoboken by 1.
Exactly.
I say you're a lying scumbag.
First impression.
I heard a lot of people were really pissed.
Yeah, I got there, and Earl was yelling at me, and anytime
Nothing works here.
What? What, Jess? Jess?
Earl was yelling at me.
Right.
He was just like,
Go ahead.
Anytime I said anything, he was just like, say nothing.
I say you're a lying scumbag.
And I heard the salespeople were all bummed out.
Yeah, because I was supposed to put up the banners, and I didn't get there on time. And they had to, I think one of them had to do it with John.
Oh, and this was your first...
And that was supposed to be my job, and I screwed up.
This is your first event?
Yeah.
And your alibi was a little weak. That's what.
Well, I'm not trying to make an alibi. I take responsibility for it.
I mean, what a coincidence. I mean, your electricity goes out, your cell phone's charging, and a train that is never late doesn't show up.
Well, the New York train didn't come either. The New York train was supposed to come at 11:02, and that one never showed up either.
Right.
Way to go on the first day.
Right.
Way to impress the suits.
Jesse?
Yeah.
So what do you have to say for yourself?
Just that I'm sorry, and I called Dan. I accepted responsibility for it, and I promised it would never happen again.
What did Dan say?
He wasn't there, so I left him a message.
A lot of people asking, is this the same guy that was in the fake car accident? No, we fired him.
What the hell were you thinking?
Earl's going to take great place.
Earl.
Earl's in the studio.
Black Earl.
Hello, guys.
Someone known for his work ethic. Yes, yeah. Earl?
I was just so mad at this guy yesterday. I cut him no slack. He showed up at 1 o'clock. He was supposed to be there at 8. We were just shorthanded. We were killing ourselves.
Yeah, because Hoboken Festival, huge.
100,000 people.
100,000 people.
Gorgeous day.
And we only had 3 people to begin with. Jesse's not there. Now we only have 2 people, Earl and poor John.
No, John was late waiting for him.
Jesse?
Yeah.
John here. John has a great piece of detective logic here. How could you be charging your cell phone if the power was out?
Well, that's my point. It was off, because when you charge, you have to leave it off. But then it wasn't technically charging when I got up, but it was in the charger, but off.
I say you're a lying scumbag.
This is as suspicious as the Robert Blake thing.
Yeah, did you?
So John was late.
I left my gun in the
and
restaurant.
on top of it, I made John late because he was waiting for me because I was supposed to drive.
Yeah, John was waiting at the station for how long, John? Waiting for Jess, and you were calling his cell phone and really freaking out, right? Because you're new to this new job.
Yeah, I mean,
we figured John and Jesse did such a good job interning for us, we would throw him a bone, give him this job for the summer.
Yeah, I mean, I waited a good amount of time, but you know,
and then you finally had to give up, right?
Yeah, but of course, I was going to give him a window of opportunity because I knew he would never skip out on something like that,
right?
Just because I just don't feel like going. So I hung out for a little while, made sure if he was coming, I didn't want to leave him behind and have him stand in NEW, and then he's really of no help to anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's only the biggest station promotion of the entire year for WNEW, might I add.
Ryan on line 10, who was the driver of that train, wants to say sorry to Jesse. He says, Jesse, I'm sorry that the 1107 didn't make it. My alarm didn't go off. So I just didn't go to work that day.
Well, then that's understandable.
Yeah, obviously.
I see where he's coming from with that.
By the way, Jesse, they said X on The Sopranos last night, you tool.
Yeah, I was angry. Because there they are trying to be hip again, and they have it all wrong.
Jesse, can you hear me? Jesse. Okay. Jesse. Just make sure. Jesse? This is too good, Ben. I'm going to give this one to you.
What do you want me to do?
I'm giving this one to you.
Cool. Am I getting the silent game now?
No. I said Jesse. Didn't you hear me?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Where are you?
I'm in a supermarket.
All right.
Top right.
Go to the frozen.
And what are you shopping for?
Food.
This is too good, Ben. I am giving you this one.
You want to just ream them?
Whack them.
Whack them?
Swear to God. Jesse.
Yeah.
Ben has something to say to you.
So, Jess, you made such an impression yesterday on your first day, to work at the biggest station event of the year and completely lied your ass off. Well, you're fired.
Oh, Jesus.
So, don't come back. You're done.
Ben.
Okay.
Wow,
Ben's taking this a little too well.
This is great news.
I know Ben hasn't liked me for a while, so
Ben hasn't liked me for a while.
I figured when he knew, he would be very happy about it.
You know, Jess, I wish there was something I could do, but when Ben speaks, I don't know what to tell you. Ben's even celebrating by drinking. Smearing off ice.
What else to say? Jesse?
There's nothing else I can say except I'm sorry, and don't want it to happen.
Fired!
It won't happen again.
You are fired.
Okay.
Jess.
I can't say anything else. I don't want to be fired.
Jess.
I'd like to stay and prove that it won't happen again.
Yeah. All right, Jess. All those appointments every week. Hey, guys, I have to go to the Hamptons for Easter this weekend, so I can't come to work. Or it takes me an hour to get lunch because God knows what I do. Fired. It's over.
Jess. Ben has spoken.
The council.
Your flame has been extinguished.
Oh. Any last words from Jess?
Enjoyed my time there. Hope you guys reconsider.
Nah, I mean, when Ben says you're fired, I can't stop him.
All right. That's it then, I guess, for now.
Talk to Dan about what will happen next.
Oh.
No, I mean, just swear to God you're fired.
Dan from Hoboken says, Jessie, just say your mom's box and hang up the phone.
Yeah, this will be a great trivia question someday. What are your final words, Jessie?
I really don't have any. Other than I'm going to try to prove somebody, whether it's Ben or Dan or Craig, that I can stay on and do the job right from now on.
Jess, this came from Ben, who's much higher in the food chain than those guys.
Yeah, I know, but if Ben won't talk to me, but if Ben won't talk to me, then I'll have to go to somebody.
You were the weakest link. Goodbye. So that's it.
Don't cry or anything, Jesse. It's only the number one radio market and the number one show in New York.
Oh, Jesus. Sick ass. Taught you well. Jesse, final thoughts. It's been a nice year.
That's pretty much it. I've had a great time there, and I hope I can change somebody's mind. That's it. This is my final thoughts.
No, Jess, if you're going to leave, you got to leave. You got to, hit us with
I don't want to leave. You guys are telling me to leave.
Psycho Mark's final words were your mom's box. I mean, that's great.
Unfortunately, those weren't the final words.
Well, those were the final words as an employee. So, Jess.
Yeah.
Your final words. Your final thoughts.
I said them already.
Sorry. All right, that'll be the answer to the trivia question. Sorry. Yay. That sucks. Anything else?
Kind of down. I can't think of anything funny to say.
Dan from Hoboken, what does a straight edge guy do when he gets fired? He can't drink. That's true.
Yeah, how will you drown your sorrow?
Every time I got fired, I would drink like crazy. And now I just drink for no reason.
Maybe I'll go out and do some
X. See?
Okay.
You get some new pants.
Right, maybe I'll go out and buy some new pants as well.
Music, you tool.
All right. Someone is saying you're telling the truth about the power outage. Where was this power outage?
No.
In my apartment in Orange, New Jersey. I don't know if it was like a big outage. I just know that I woke up and my power was off in my room.
Oh, man, Kevin from Rahway. Good thing Jesse's in ShopRite. He can grab an application on the way out. Jesus Christ.
All right, Jess.
All right.
Ben has spoken.
Okay.
All right.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Listen to Stinky.
Wait, get Stinky in here. Stinky's loving this today. Stink. Why are you laughing so hard?
Just because Ben's loving it so much. Because I know how much he loves this right now.
Jesus.
I walked in, it's the first thing he told me. Guess what? It wasn't the whole story.
All right. Thanks, Jesse.
Earl seems happy too. Earl, see?
Earl, you happy about this decision that Ben made?
Oh my God, this is so mean. So funny, but yet so mean.
Earl calls me the minute the Sopranos gets off last night. This effing a-hole, Jesse. I've never even heard Earl like that.
I was
never have I heard you like that, Earl.
Mad yesterday.
You would have killed him. He would have killed him if he could have.
Yes.
I've never heard Earl like that. I should have taped
I yelled at John in the van. They were arguing like a couple of 6-year-olds, and I just screamed that way because he threw his cigarettes at him, and Jesse wouldn't give them back. And I'm like, And I'm like, Jessie, just drive. John, just drive. And he was like, give me back the cigarettes. I'm like, John, just drive. And I'm like, John, just drive. And they both looked at me like I was insane.
So it's over, Jess. You're fired.
All right, Jess. Jessie? Is he gone?
Yeah, he's done.
Jessie? To you? Jessie? Jessie?
Fired! Wow. Ben took such pleasure in that.
Ben never liked Jessie.
Yeah, he's just... No, I liked him. He just became a pain in the ass.
He's going to go over your head, dude.
Ooh. Ooh.
He's going to go to, probably,
No, it's over. When Ben speaks, it's over. I can't stop him.
Hey.
Check in later on this week. That is as real as it gets.
Gee, I don't know what the pecking order is around here anymore. Ben's firing people.
That was very exciting. That was a lot of fun. Continue to do that. John, watch it.
Well, would you like some coffee, Ben?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Anything else I can possibly get?
All right, Ben, give me my power back. Thank you.
Now he's putting back the food he can't afford. I had the same problem. The power went out, but it was only in my room.
All right, we have to take a break.
Dude, John's
my God. Dan from Jersey. How many resumes can Jessie fit into his huge pants? Answer, who cares?
Oh, God damn, is that horrible.
Okay, terrific.
Why are they searching Gary Condon's apartment 2 months too late?
Well, because he's not a suspect. It's just...
You would have thought they would have, tried to search it a little sooner than this.
People have to realize there has been no crime. There's no crime here. It's a missing person. If they want to search his place, which he gave consent to do, I think the guy's innocent of anything. Oh, am I trying to kid?
The guy gives me the creeps.
Yeah, this missing intern. I wish a few of our own would go missing. But the missing intern.
What, you have a problem with some of our interns?
No, you know me.
You know that we purposely don't have female interns on our show?
Why?
Well, we sacrifice for the listeners so we can, do our jobs.
We have one.
We have one that snuck through the cracks.
That's true.
That didn't go through the proper channels.
That was funny. Very pretty girl. And
Rachel, beautiful.
Rachel. And Rick comes in one day and goes, hey, I want you to meet the new intern. Now, usually when we have interns that are prospects for the show, they're brought into the office, we meet them, and then they have a little interview with Rick and whoever.
They go through a whole process. They have to talk to Rick and Ben, then they have to talk to Jeremy, the program director here, and Craig, the assistant there's a whole process.
Yeah. And then after a while, if they cut the mustard there, it's they get brought in, and it's like, hey, here's our new intern.
Right.
With Rachel, Rick brings her in and just goes, hey, here's our new intern. Like there was no process of anything.
Nothing.
And it was the first time we saw her. It was the first time we saw her.
Right.
Hey, new intern.
Oh, what the hell is going on here?
And then we just go, okay.
We were happy, but pissed at the same time. Well, it's very distracting when there's, hot women walking around when we're trying to broadcast.
That's all right.
See, we sacrifice.
Yeah.
We know we can't do our jobs if the women are around and they're looking all good and stuff.
Yeah. Dan says they should search Gary Ackerman's office while they're at it. I just have a feeling. That's true. Yeah, we get a lot of calls from Gary Ackerman, who's a congressman out on Long Island. And he sounds very, very with it. He likes the show and everything. And then we looked at a picture of him. The guy he's an old guy. He's no kid.
No, not at all.
But he's got a great sense of humor, I guess.
Very surprised that he listens to our show.
But yes, search the apartment. What?
Rick? Rachel.
What about
Rachel never went through
our intern?
Rachel never went through the process.
Never went through the channels.
Why,
Rick?
Why, Rick?
Let's listen to this load of crap.
Let's hear this. Hold on. We've been trying to get to the bottom of this for a long time, man.
Filthy.
Because you should see.
Here is why.
You should see what these poor interns have to go through just to work for free and get our stupid coffee. It's kind of pathetic. But this girl just marches in and she's great and all.
Get the hell off my obstacle. That's like what the interns usually have to go through. Profit pile, you're a disgusting fat body.
She's great. She belongs here and she's intelligent and all that. But I just know she did not go through the process.
Actually, she did. She went through the meetings, but that day you guys
what meeting?
Closed door.
Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
Try again.
Telling you.
Why is Stinky shaking his head and why is Ben shaking his head?
I remember going into air too to edit some bits or whatever, and you're in there talking to her by yourself, and I go back to bed. I'm like, how come Rick's in there talking to some girl?
Because you guys had the doors closed for something.
Wrong.
Down to edit a piece.
Hold on.
Congressman Rick.
Hold on. Congressman Rick. Check his Miata.
Here's the interview process for Rick.
I just want to ask one question.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask it to Ben, okay? Ben, how many of the interns currently on staff were you involved in the interview process?
Everyone but Rachel.
Right. Exactly. You know that's true. That's true.
But like I said, Craig...
And why did we ever meet her?
Craig finds me. He says, hey, I've got that intern, blah, 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 for the meeting today. I'm like, where are the other guys? Oh, the door is closed. Opie wanted the door closed. Whatever. I'm like, fine, send whoever it is down. I've got to edit a bit, no problem. I'll just talk to them there.
Oh, because you were editing a bit, so you figured you'd save time by editing the bit in the private studio while you conducted the interview.
So when did you introduce her to Ben and Stinky?
I don't remember.
Maybe it was the same time we were introduced to her in the office.
No, I think you guys saw her.
What would happen, Rick, if you brought some guy that was going to be an intern into our office and just went, hey, this is the new intern? We'd be like, what? We never met him.
You guys met her afterwards, right?
Afterwards.
No, not when you guys met her.
Finished.
I'm talking. You guys met her after I spoke with her, right? You met her that day after the door opened, right, on her way out?
I just remember going in there and seeing you in the studio by yourself.
There was a mic on during the interview process.
Really?
We have Rick.
Do I make you horny? Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Really?
I have some audio as
because the mic was on.
Here's Rick talking to the intern.
Right?
Get on your hands and knees like a dog. That's it. Crawl around like a dog.
That is not what happened.
We have more? All right, here's Rick in the interview process.
Do you like having your background?
No, that didn't happen either.
Pussa!
No?
Yeah.
Shut up, Stinky, you ass.
Here's the intern Rachel after the interview process.
All right.
You've got some funky tasting spots.
Oh, my God.
Is it true Rick was second guessing himself after she left?
This is legal, isn't it?
Wow.
More of Rick.
Take your bra and take it off now!
And here's the intern then leaving, Rachel leaving the office.
We're cakes for nothing!
Here's Rick to Rachel.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
Oh, no. That's horrible.
That is not what happened.
It isn't?
No! There was a reason why I couldn't do the interview in the office with the guys. It's because you guys were in there and you're like, all these interviews, we don't want to be a part of them. You guys just deal with it.
All right. We got some more Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, you're very naughty.
No, this is Rick.
We've got Bush. Wow. We've got Bush.
Is it true it was that time? Because why else would Rick say this? I don't know.
It was just a very normal intern
Was that on in the background?
No, it was just
Rachel pointing out something to Rick that's a little odd during the interview.
Your balls are showing.
It was your basic intern meeting.
Can I touch
All right, Rick. Well, no, we got audio. Now we see it was just an innocent.
It doesn't really matter, you know, how we got her. She's a good intern.
Yeah.
She's a great intern. Very eager.
All right. Well, Rick.
I say you're a lying scumbag.
Is it over yet?
Doug, what's up?
I heard during Rachel's interview, Rick says, don't worry about doing the A, B's, or C's. Just do the D's. Later, guys.
Hey, that's good. That's a good callback right there.
The C's, but
Now, as a little contrast, we also have audio of Rick's interview with John, the intern.
Okay.
How'd you like to mow my lawn?
See, there's a little difference there.
Well, here's Rick with Rachel.
You're a little bitch. That's right, you're a bitch, and I bet you'd like to suck it, wouldn't you?
Just don't talk that way with people that you want working for you.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's cold.
It's very inappropriate the way you addressed her when she first walked in.
Hello, cutie pie. Now we're having fun.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah. All right.
If I said you had a beautiful body, would you take your pants off and dance around a little?
Here's Rachel.
How'd you like to suck my ass?
Your clothes. Give them to me. Now.
Wow, this is going to be a great callback line. Paul, what's up?
What's up? Rick, did you offer a drink? You know, coffee, tea, or me?
Yes. Nice. Bravo to Paul.
shut up!
All right, great.
Why would you ask this, Rick?
I find the most erotic part of a woman is the boobies.
I don't know.
And when she was taken aback at some of your sexual advances, why'd you have to say this?
We're waiting.
My God, Rick. All right.
I don't know if Rachel's qualified for the job, Anthony. I got a little audio of Rachel after, Rick was through with it.
I got sort of a kind of brain.
Did you hire her for her body?
Flaming Arrow checking in saying, please search Rick's apartment. And Sheep Lover is saying that we shouldn't blame Rick because it was Max at the time. It was Rick's alter ego, Mad Max.
Even a better callback. You douchebag.
All right. Liz, what's up?
I'm still hung up on these girls over here.
Oh, the teen fakos?
Yeah, on my way to work, I fully missed my exit. I have to go home and change my pants because I am dripping. And
She went through a puddle, I guess, and the water came in through the window, Opie, and now she's wet. It's happened.
Yeah, nice
it
dress.
happens. And between the girls on the radio and me in tandem, it's like a stereo over here for anyone who's interested in listening.
Wow.
So I just wanted to say thanks.
Yeah. We do have other intern openings coming up.
Yeah, Liz, would you like to
take a meeting?
Intern with the Opie and Anthony show?
I don't know.
Probing interns openings.
I've heard the interviews are pretty tough. I hope I can hack it.
Hell, let's be like Gary Condon and just wreck our careers.
Why not?
Let's just get hot interns. We'll get nothing done.
Don't get too attached. We'll make you disappear.
All right, Liz.
Thanks, bye.
By the way, someone needs to say it. That girl is not hot.
Who, that?
The missing intern. They call her the hot intern.
The New York Post always says the attractive young intern.
Attractive young intern.
Yeah.
Well, the Post tags somebody with something and then just leaves it that way. Like the other one, the girl, the flight attendant he was with, is the flame-haired stewardess.
Right.
And now she's just referred to as that. The flame-haired
She looks
stewardess.
like Miranda from Sex and the City 20 years from now. Look at me with a little Sex and the City line.
I know. There'll be 20 things going. Sex in the City, faggot,
All right, we got to take a break.
Yeah. There you go.
And we'll be back with the Opie and Anthony show.
Okay, terrific.
So wrong.
We got to explain it now.
So wrong.
Somehow. What?
They're still continuing.
Rick is such a prick, man.
Can I just put this up?
Put this behind us and let's finish the show right, all right? Good and strong.
Well, I just finished.
You gotta let him off the hook, man. I can't imagine. I don't want him walking around thinking I'm a prick.
Rick, you're the worst.
You are so bad, Rick. Rick, you are so bad. Oh, my God.
And explain what just happened.
Yes,
Is he crying?
he was close.
Oh, you are so
Get
bad.
John in here. Explain what was going on, Ed.
Well, during one of the breaks, sent John out to get some beer because our fridge is out of beer. And he gets some. He brings a bottle in here, and it's really, really warm.
His eyes got so glassy. And I hate you so much, Rick. I swear.
It's like really warm. So I'm like, oh boy, I really like cold beer,
especially on a Friday.
On a Friday, it's nice, And John went and got the beer. So when he gets back, we're like, John, it's warm beer. I'd rather have bad beer that's cold than good beer that's warm. Unless, of course, it's Sam Adams. And Rick thought it would be funny to bring him into one of the other studios, turn on the mic to record it, and bitch him out about bringing warm beer to me. Like, I care.
Yeah, but then he starts...
Like, I care.
But then he starts bitching about all the other things I guess John doesn't do right.
I know.
You're the worst, man. You're the worst.
Rick, it started sounding a little too real, like you were really giving him crap.
Well, no, I had to do that because I didn't want him to think he's harping on this a little too much. What's the real deal here?
No, I think just the beer thing would have been great, to just keep pounding him on the beer.
But then you start talking about other things he does wrong on the show.
He just left one CD out one day, and that was it. So I just used that as a reference point.
A, B, C, and D. You don't go A, B, D. What the hell were you talking about? Rick said you were almost crying.
Dude, I was buying it for quite a while, and then it occurred to me that the mic was right in the middle of us, and Rick was coincidentally standing right in front of where I couldn't see that the mic was on. I was like, wait a minute. But, no, he was...
No. You're such a liar. You came out and you heard them saying that, oh, I feel bad, and you're like, oh, it figures. Like, you finally figured it out after the whole thing was done.
He figured it out as he's walking out of the studio. He looked over, he saw the mic thing up.
The thing that was so bad was, like, Rick was doing, like, the silent game with me. I didn't know what he wanted to say, and he would just stare at me with, like, this cold look, like...
That's the stare.
What are you going to do? And then nothing. I'm like,
get cold beer.
I'll take it back and exchange it if you want.
But we got to find. It's right here. All right, this is Rick yelling at John. I think we found it on the tape.
What did Anthony ask you to do? I can't hear you.
Go get beer.
Okay, and what did you bring him?
It was warmer than I thought it was, right?
Do you understand how pissed he is right now?
Oh, no.
I told you, it's got to be edited. He's making a joke, but it's not a joke. He's serious. He was complaining about this yesterday with the warm beers and beers never in the refrigerator. I mean, John, you got to step up, man. Come on, how long have you been here? How long have you been here? What? 6 months. 6 months?
Yeah.
And
I don't know what you're asking me.
Yes.
John, do you want to be here?
Oh, no. Absolutely.
Do you enjoy this job?
Yes.
And you know some of the crap we have to deal with?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not your fault, so to speak, but it is. I mean, these guys have certain demands that need to be met every single day.
Like beer.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of which entails doing crap work, like we have to do sometimes.
Okay.
Which means going out and getting cold beer. I mean, he's making a joke about it, but believe me, he's not really that happy about it.
Well, that's true.
I understand.
It's the little things. You know what? It comes down to the little things. Like stand up. Like if someone says, look, here's what I want you to do, A, B, C, and D. You've got to do A, B, C, and D. Don't do A, B, and D and think, well, you know, that's close enough.
What the hell are you trying to tell this kid? What is A, B, C, and D, and then skipping C? Wait, what?
I had to lure him up to the microphone, so I needed him to stand up for a reason and try and do something.
Stand up as I A, B, C, and D.
No other way to work. Everything has to be done the right way the first time, or else somebody's gonna get their ass chewed out.
Okay.
I mean, you're bringing in cold beer. You're supposed to be bringing in cold beer, and you're bringing in freaking.
I'm sorry, Rick. I didn't. Okay.
But I mean, that's the type of thing. It happens time and again. You leave CDs out when you're making copies.
See, you were just supposed to make fun of the beer. Now you're bringing up stuff that actually bothers you about the poor kid.
No, it doesn't bother me. It happened once, and he ran and grabbed the CD, and that was it. We never brought it up again.
Oh.
But I had to grab something else so he wouldn't look at me like he's droning on this too much.
West Coast Dave, Rick Hitler. Everyone's bashing on Rick now.
Things are brought in the next day. Oh, John left this. Now it's the beer. Now, what's the next thing going to be? You know? If it's not one thing, it seems to be another. You're heading down the Jessie Road, dude. And I want to see you go down the Jessie Road.
Okay.
You know, where things just weren't happening.
Okay. I won't.
So how are you going to fix this?
I just won't. Just take your advice.
No, John. John, you should just look him in the face and go, Rick, go F yourself, man. You know something? That's where you just punch him as hard as you can in the middle of his head. Oh, man. I can't believe you took it.
Wow. Now, John, keep in mind, they signed off on this idea, and they said, yeah, go for it.
John, what were you thinking, though, in your head when you said, I'll take your advice? In your head is like, this friggin' pompous schmuck, man.
Yeah, more or less, that's not it.
Yeah, I'll take your advice. I got to hear that again.
So how are you going to fix this?
I just won't. Just take your advice.
Take your advice. He didn't give you any advice.
I know.
He said nothing.
Wait till he gets part of making lists. Exactly what you're saying, and not let stuff like that happen anymore.
Well, what are you going to do about the beer situation, dude?
I told Anthony I will go right back out, and I'll even I'll bring.
You know how he gets.
Oh my God! What do you insane? You know how he gets. I got to hear how John answers. Yeah, like gets a good buzz on. Hold on, this could be good. Fun.
I will go right back out, and I'll even I'll bring.
You know how he gets.
I understand.
He likes to have a good time, but he also likes to have things done. Yeah. He doesn't like to say things twice to people. That's why he's such an easygoing guy, because he does things, you know, where he can be very cool, but you know he can be as big a dick as the next guy.
I'll if it's really that big of a deal, which obviously it is, I will.
It's not just the beer, John. It's just you see things happening time and again.
Fuck, man. Rick, you're awful. You're the worst. I like how you tried to bait him into saying something bad about me, though. Like, yeah, he's easy going and stuff, but, you know, he could be as big a prick as the next guy. Yeah. I was waiting for it, John.
It was funny because the whole time he doesn't know what to say, and I'm trying to draw stuff out of him and leaving like huge blanks for him to fill in, but he wouldn't do it.
But he's just going to take your advice. All right, there's a little more here.
I'm trying to alert you to the fact that you're heading down the Jessie Road.
Okay, well, I won't then. And what you're saying to me right now is sinking in, and I will fix everything.
Oh, how are you going to fix everything? Are you going to make a list for yourself?
Not going to make... If I have to, yes.
Oh, God, no. John.
Oh,
I would have had so much respect for you if you punched him in the head. No, you know what? No, to John's credit, when you're sitting there in front of like one of your bosses or superior or something.
F that.
No, I would have to hit him. You know something?
I would have to hit him.
I've gotten bitched out by bosses though, and it sucks. And you do just got to stand there and grit your teeth and say what they want to hear, and then you're just like, this son of a effing God, I hate this guy.
And after you recently watched one of your peers get cut down in much the same manner.
The Jessie road that Rick was talking about was a former intern Jessie that did get the boot.
Yeah, we finally gave him a paying job, and he said the power in his town went out, and that's why he couldn't make it to an appearance.
The Jessie road.
And it turned out he was the only one that lost power.
Wow.
All right, there's just a little bit more here.
I will. Because it has to be done just like A, B, C, and D.
A, B, C, D.
If it's not, they're going to say, well, we got to cut them loose. Do you want to be cut loose?
No.
I mean, there's an opportunity here for you.
Absolutely. I know.
He's just
I don't want to leave.
I don't want to leave. What I mean?
I got no place else to go. I got no place else to go.
I don't want to leave.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. I got no place else to go.
Mayonnaise.
I got no place else to go. Don't you do that.
At the end of this, it's great. Rick picks up John to Wind Beneath My Wings or whatever.
And carries him back into the studio. Listen.
I don't want to leave.
No.
I don't want to be let go.
Okay. So we have an understanding now? Okay. Let's put this behind us and let's finish the show right, all right?
But I put my foot behind you, you son of a bitch. That's what John was thinking. Put this behind us. I'll put my foot behind you. You bastard. Oh, Rick, you suck, man.
You're the worst.
Oh, screw you. You guys told me to go ahead and do it.
You should have just stayed with the beer, though, man.
Oh, look at you.
Let's go to Jim. Jim, what's up? Hey.
I'll tell you, this John's a better man than I'll ever be. I would have pummeled that 5'2" Puerto Rican in 3 seconds. John, God bless you, man.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I would have punched him. I would.
Or at least just turn around and go, you gotta be effing me.
No, because Rick always does this type of crap where he gets like really, really serious, and I'm scared at this point not to buy it. You know what I mean? So like the one time where I do like just wail on him, it's like, all right, you're really fired. Just go home.
Doug, what's going on?
What's up? Rick, you would have been knocked out in 30 seconds, and I would have been collecting unemployment for the rest of the summer, you Spanish hoodlum.
Wait, Doug, let me add something to the equation. John doesn't get paid. He's just interning.
And that would have been even more.
That's what I mean. He wasn't even losing a paying job.
You were getting abused for no money, basically.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rick. You know, I guess you're a cool guy, but you would have had a black eye.
All right, Doug. Thank you.
Gestapo, Rick.
Let's go to Dan. Dan?
Dude, Rick sounds like the next-door neighbor's father in American Beauty. When he's berating him, he just sounds exactly like I'm expecting Rick to be banging on my garage door trying to bang 20 minutes from now.
Right on, man. Where do you live?
Jason checking in. I have to admit it, but I hate to admit it, but Rick's good. I feel like I should be getting Anthony beer.
That's the worst.
Oh, man. You're awful. That's good. John. Rick sounds like Mike Brady yelling at Craig Brady. It did. Now, Craig. There they go. Look, a little handshake. What? Now, he's carrying him out like officer and a gentleman.
Rick,
I got no place else to go.
Put the intern down, Rick.
John? Yes? Could you run out and get some cold beer?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
You got any money? You need some money?
These guys ride this kid so hard, man.
Oh, we do not.
Yes, you do.
We mess with him, and he knows.
John, do they ride you hard?
Who, Rick?
The whole gang. Ben?
Definitely not as bad as it used to be, no.
All right.
Not
Getting better then.
Yeah.
All right. Just make sure cold. Yeah. That'll be great.
1027 WNEW.
Okay, terrific.